Welcome back, everyone, to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. This is Season 4 of Eldritch Horror, and it is our kickoff of Yellow Sign Hastur month. We'll be playing the Signs of Carcosa expansion. We've got the Hastur deck, great old one, set up here. So this is our setup video for Season 4, and then we'll do the usual drill where we'll play through turn by turn, and as you guys know, I've got that storage solution, so I actually only use this box now to keep all of these bases from all the sets, but it's still a cool box to have. I like this image of Carcosa, right? Sort of the veil between the worlds, similar to the King in Yellow edition with preface by August Moldenhauer and Lost Carcosa and the Yellow Sign. Actually, if you go check out our Patreon, these are the old edition, and there's a revised Pontos Fathom edition of both of these with new covers, and I think you guys are going to like them. So go check out the Patreon. It's a free link. You can just go and check it in the description below, and you can see the redesign of these covers. Let me know what you think of those. And we're also going to be doing some readings from the Hermeticism of Hastur, just to keep us in that theme. So all month we're going to do Yellow Sign, Hastur, Carcosa in Eldritch Horror, also in Cthulhu, Death May Die, and Cthulhu Wars. We'll have Nyarlathotep, Hastur, Yellow Sign versus Azathoth. And just from play of this game for our Season 4 game, obviously we'll be using the Eldritch Horror rules and the Signs of Carcosa expansion, but we'll also have some extra cards from Strange Remnants in here just to have the additional decks for some of the location cards. Signs of Carcosa has very few expansion cards, so if you just go to one or two locations, you'll move through all those Signs of Carcosa ones. So the way I've prepared the decks has been it's mostly Signs of Carcosa with Strange Remnants sort of shuffled to the top, and if we keep going deeper, it goes back to the core deck. So in this way we avoid running into flavoring texts we might have heard before. A couple other highlights here. We've got the Mythos deck already set up, and again, these are all featuring Signs of Carcosa Mythos cards. So as long as I do the Mythos phase and I don't forget one turn, like I did last time in Season 3. So I've got the deck already set up with Stage 1, Stage 2, and Stage 3. So there's the green, the yellow, and the blue cards. I kind of skewed it toward the difficult side to make it extra Halloween-y, right? So Hastur has a bit of an advantage, and there's fewer of those benefit ones, Mythos cards, and more of the tentacle-y monster ones. We're also playing with Forgotten Endings. So if Hastur wins, we can pick one of 4 Doomsday Hastur scenarios with some flavoring text. So just to give no spoilers here, but we have the Gaze of the Yellow Sign, Casilda's Song, Black Spires of the King in Yellow. Or if we have Victory, we will have the Priest of the Yellow Sign, A Play Within a Play, the Ancient Sorcerer, and the Hour of the Hyades. And then there's finally the Unique Victory. So those are the Forgotten Endings cards. As you guys who watch know, got a link below to check out that. Maybe I'll start putting the card in. Maybe I'll put a card in for that one. And then we also will have the Final Mythos deck, another favorite mod that if we get through the Mythos deck, which we very may well get through the Mythos deck. I've done it before. We start out in this game at 11, so let's see how we make it. But the Final Mythos is, again, another doomful ending to the game, and the flavoring texts are real cool, so we'll do that. We've got our tokens up in the corner, got the monster bag ready to go, the giant monster bag. We have our clue tokens. I just put all the clue tokens for all the expansions in here, so if we pick some duds, we can pull them out and use them as they get as reward clues. And we can move the manuals to the side. Let's get into our players, and then we'll jump right into turn 1. So we have, I picked 3 of the players from the Lost Carcosa. We have Jenny Barnes, the dilettante, Dexter Drake, the magician, and Wendy Adams, the urchin. The other guy that comes with it is Michael, the gangster, but I thought we'd go with this ragtag crew. Jenny Barnes, the dilettante, she seems like she's a commanding person, so she'll be the leader of the investigators. You've got the trinket-wearing Wendy Adams and Dexter Drake. We'll also play with their backstories, and when we kick off the cards, I'll read the Hastur flavoring card, and we'll read the prelude card. So we'll pick a random prelude card for that. So let's just go through our setup of our characters here. First off is Jenny Barnes, the dilettante. She will be our leader, and her powers are actions. You or another investigator on a city space may perform an acquire assets action and gain +2 to the influence during the action, and once per round you can gain a debt condition that another investigator may discard a condition. And her little quote is, "My sister was taken. I will pay any amount to save her." So here's her story. She starts out in the Caribbean, which is space 8, off Bimini, Atlantis, perhaps. She starts out with her fine jewelry asset, ship ticket, and 25 automatic revolver, I think it is, or pistol. Jenny Barnes, born to wealth and privilege, Jenny has spent most of her young life in the most fashionable nightclubs around the world, but her life of decadence came to an abrupt halt when she received an ominous letter from her sister Isabel. In the letter, Isabel reported being followed by mysterious men wearing hoods and robes. When Jenny investigated, she learned that her sister had been kidnapped to an island in the Caribbean. Jenny will use her wealth and international connections to find Isabel and punish the man who took her. Okay, so that is... Sorry about that, everyone. That is Jenny Barnes. Dexter Drake, the magician. He can move one monster from your space to another space containing a gate once per round. When you gain a spell, you can gain an additional spell. He starts off in Tokyo, Japan, and when the Great War ended, Dexter went from being a soldier to a stage magician. His charm and unparalleled skills quickly drew praise from around the world. As he toured the exotic corners of the world, he amassed a collection of genuine occult knowledge. Soon Drake became as much of a master of real magic as he is of staged illusions. Eventually, his arcane studies revealed a dark power that is growing in strength. Now in Tokyo, Drake spends his nights performing and his days stopping the end of the world. Wow. Okay, so he's a magician by day and investigator, or magician by night, I guess, investigator by day. And then there's Wendy Adams, the urchin. She gains one trinket asset of her choice from the reserve pile once per round. If you gain a non-deal condition or an impairment token, you may choose to gain the condition or impairment token instead. She starts out in Western Russia, which is space 16. And as far as the state was concerned, Wendy had to be placed in an orphanage. Her father was gone and her mother was insane. But Wendy knew that her mother drew sigils enchanted to hide from the nightmares that took Wendy's father. So long as she was in an orphanage, Wendy knew she was vulnerable. The only way to find her father and keep herself safe was to escape. She has one photo of her father, taken in a factory where the signs are in Russian. On the back is the message, "Soon the red tide rises. Stay safe, my little girl." Wow. Creepy. And then I think we can just quickly go into their... we have their personal challenge here. These are their side quests. So we have Jenny Barnes, a dilettante. Let's read hers. It says, "Search for Isabel. Izzy is a smart girl. She is okay. At least that's what you want to keep telling yourself. Still, you have to find her, and fast. When you gain this card, place 3 random clues face up on this card. After resolving an encounter on that space, discard that clue. Then, on those spaces. If there are no clues on the card, discard this card and gain the Isabel reward. When the Doom advances to 6 or lower, discard this card and gain the too late consequence. So basically, she has until turn 6 to find Isabel. Dexter Drake, the magician, his is the Great Drake. Your power is vast, but there is more to be had. You know that you can push yourself further. You just hope you can do it without going too far. When you pass a lore test as a part of a spell effect, place 1 Eldritch token on this card. If there are 6 or more Eldritch tokens on this card, discard the card and gain the Sorcerer Supreme reward. At the end of the encounter phase, there are 5 or more gates on the game board. Discard this and gain the Delve Too Deep consequence. Okay, so he's like a Doctor Strange, this guy. Except he's a magician. And Doctor Strange just wears magician's clothes. Okay, and then there's the urchin, Wendy Adams. And her quest is Memento. You deduce from the unusual inscription on your father's amulet where he might have gone and how to set off to find him. After resolving a research encounter, you may spend 3 clues to place 1 random clue face up on this card. After resolving a location encounter on that space, discard this card and gain the Reunited reward. When you gain a Bane, Illness, Injury, or Madness condition, discard this card and gain the Downtrodden consequence. Okay, so she has a race against the clock to find out about her dad before the Hastur event happens. So I think that's a good setup. We've got all the cards ready to go. Everything's been shuffled. The pyramids, I thought the one thing I fixed of the decks, everything else has been shuffled. I just put the pyramids first to kind of give us the segue from, there's the Nephrim Ka, and now we've moved into season 4. So Nephrim Ka defeated, new investigators, new challenges, and looking forward to playing this with you guys. Check out turn 1 up ahead. Please leave a link, comments below, and ring the bell to get alerted to when other content's coming out. And thanks a lot for being here. We'll see you on turn 1. Bye-bye.